produced about 50 reports and a variety of policy briefs around the world, and focusing really on every issue within the context of the Millennium Development Goals, and currently on the agenda of the Sustainable Development Goals to be announced next year. And we were looking for this answers to the questions, first, what does religion have to do with it? Because so often religion has simply been absent from the conversation. It's all around us, and yet when you look at literature, academic literature, when you look at websites, whether it's the World Bank or the UN system or bilateral agencies, it's very rarely a clear focus. Take the Ebola situation right now. And so our question is, first, what does religion have to do with it? And secondly, once you have some answers to that, what does that mean in terms of quality of development work? In other words, where do we go? So we did these surveys all over the world, talked to thousands of people, read tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of pages of literature, and there are a few things that came out very clearly to us. The first, obviously, is how important religion is in every single issue, whether it's garbage collection or health or education. There's a dimension of it. I challenge anyone to ask me, and we'll give you some idea of what the dimensions are. It's very complicated. But among the issues that came out, none was so clear as the question of gender. And the gender issue often is presented that it's a major reason why people in the development world are skeptical about dealing with religion. They look at the pictures of religious leaders, and they're all men. They have the images that my colleagues were describing before of religions being against women, being oppressive. They see women in subservient roles. And yet, when you go to the religious actors, they see themselves as the primary defenders of women. And so our conclusion was that this was an issue that demands and calls for thoughtful exploration, not polemics, but for a thoughtful exploration. And in that spirit, we launched a series of consultations which are the beginning of another journey. You have in the booklet before you some glimpses of that. A whole series of essays, including by people who are here, are on the websites, both the websites, and we're planning to hold a series of meetings in different fora over the course of the next months, and we very much hope that this will lead to a more in-depth exploration and a conversation that is both in the public domain and that is in safe space, where people feel that they can raise the difficult questions.